2023 has come and gone, and we searched for the best game we could find and play this year. The game doesn't have to come from 2023, but these are our top 3 picks here on Legendary Tactics.
Oh boy!
This is
top
good.
games of the year, lads.
Yes. That's right. Now, we have each instructed each other. We're only allowed to show one item from the game in order to show it off. So you have your items both selected?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful. Start with me?
Yeah.
Start with the item.
Well, I'm going to start with the item.
Nice.
Oh!
Gotta love those.
And I'm going to ask you,
Oh boy!
does anybody know what game this comes from? We'll make this a little trivia. Might as well make it some fun.
Make them wait.
right.
We won't make you wait too much.
Here we go. We're just gonna tell you.
The game, oh no, I just heard all the components shake loose. So the game is Moonrakers.
Moonrakers.
I've been having a ton of fun with this game this year. It reminds me a lot of other games I love. There's a negotiation element. There's a bit of like the Firefly, like you go out and deliver, you complete missions. There's a Dominion mechanic where you're trying to upgrade your deck. I honestly, you guys, this is going to be a fun game to play with over and over. I do have an added bonus too. The one downside to it I found was that I needed an expansion because we kept running out of pilot cards.
Okay.
So
All right.
these expansions solve that problem nicely. I would recommend Overload is probably, if I could only buy one, that would be the one I would get.
Overload. Okay.
These other two change the game a little more inherently. There's extra boards to play. The rules are a little bit more complex. So we've got Binding Ties and Nomad. But overall, frankly, this game is just so much fun. It's been climbing up my list. Earlier this year, I put it as my number 10 as a game that I wanted to give it a chance to move up my list, and it is moving up my list. So we'll see next year if I put it at top 10 where it appears, but I have a feeling it'll be higher than number 10.
Okay.
It's making its way.
Moonrakers. I'm loving it. It's so much fun.
Oh, very cool.
All right.
All right. What do you got in store for us, Cax?
Yes. Cax has been quietly clearing away.
Yeah, you've been
slowly.
Did I get all of them?
You didn't
Okay, all right.
Except for the 5 I kept. I got one word: neoprene.
Okay, this is your item.
Oh yeah. I hope
see
you're
it.
ready because it's going to be an unroll. We're gonna
Yes.
need more room.
I hope it's the right way up. Nice.
Oh, a little hiccup, but not bad.
Shoddy technique.
We're gonna roll. I'm talking about Legendary Encounters: The Matrix. Okay, and so we sat down with this. We have had a number of romps through the scenarios. Really enjoying it so far. It's a deck building game. It is obviously you are in the Matrix. It's got the whole Matrix IP theme. It's got some neat customizable scenarios that you can put together. You really get it wrapped up in the game itself. I have really enjoyed our playthroughs of this game so far, and I found myself after a number of playthroughs wanting to play more, and that is always a sign for me of a good game.
Yeah.
Well, it looks
You want to come back to it.
you're going to be able to play more. There's 500 playable cards.
So
Yeah, oh, wow.
tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
So,
for 3 scenarios.
wow.
Yeah.
How many scenarios are there?
Well, you play through all the 3 movies,
There's
basically.
3 movies,
Oh,
but then
okay,
it's also customizable between them then. So
Yeah.
it gets even
Oh.
there's
You make your
more
own
in depth.
story if you want
Right.
to. After.
Now, does the game decline as the movies declined from movie 1, 2, and then eventually
No, I
the
think
terrible?
No,
They're all
it's
gonna be-
it's
they're
a
all gonna be
clever.
solid.
It's very clever in its design. I think they get a lot of mileage out of some very straightforward mechanics.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just the game story, it just tells a great story, I find. And there's all these dips and turns and twists and turns that you don't expect, and little things pop up, and it takes you on a real roller coaster. So I really, really enjoy it. It's almost like a narrative theme.
Yeah.
With a deck building game.
But it is hard to win.
Okay.
Very hard to win, which also is a challenge. So
Yes.
So
Legendary Encounters.
I'm noticing a
Matrix.
similarity here. 2 out of 2 deck builders.
Deck builders.
No.
And
Yeah.
then
All right.
I got the space theme. You got the, what is this like?
That's sci-fi. You're both sci-fi.
Yeah.
Both sci-fi.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
then
I'm the one who's grounded.
Oh no.
Who is-
I don't even want to know what you brought.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, no,
it's going to come down to the last here now. Do you have a neoprene rollaway?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can
Do you have some sweet money?
NATO, can you do better than this board? That's the
Well,
question.
in a way, yes. Now, anyone who has watched the channel over the last few months already knows my pick anyway.
What was the item you
Well,
took
the
from that?
item is it doesn't look that impressive.
It's a piece of
It's a
rules. Of course, it's rules.
No, this is a letter to from your predecessor, as you are, Mr. President. Well, I could have brought out the board, and the board is like 6 feet long. So
you chose a letter. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So, Mr. President, Mr. President is my favorite game of 2023. I think it was a game that I'd been following for a few years on Board Game Geek as it was being developed, and there was a lot of waiting around for it. But when it came out,
we spent hours talking about this game in the years building up.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly,
like all the conversations with you on this one, he was super excited about this.
yeah,
It's been years.
But this one delivered. It was exactly what I expected and more. I actually found that there was some really neat mechanics in there that I wasn't expecting, and it is a very long game. However, it is very immersive, and I think it's really, really interesting and challenging. Not so much from a strategic perspective, which I normally like strategy games. This is more of a narrative game, but for what it is, if you're willing to dive in and really immerse yourself, it's going to take some time. It's going to take a bit of time to learn how to play well. But if you're okay with investing that time as a solo game or as a cooperative experience, I think this is my favorite of 2023.
And I confess, I was laughing earlier, but you gave us a narrative experience with this game where you ran the game. It
was phenomenal.
We had a ton of fun. You were Mr. Vice President, I was the president, and even I enjoyed, from that perspective, how you delivered on this game. So despite me laughing at your letter.
My component.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Awesome.
it was the letter. It is the letter to the presidential predecessor.
Yes, it is.
Right. So you opened the
true.
game
I
up
could have
to your
put out the board, which is like
your letter
5
for the
feet long.
past president.
I can do one better than you, Cax. There it
A
is.
single sheath of paper. Forget the neoprene.
Awesome. Now we have an important job for you. What is your one component from your one game in 2023? Now make sure you get out there.
Get gaming.
And be legendary.